Brent Marks and Tyler Ross in row 1. Tyler Courtney and Brad Sweet in row 2. Rico Abreu and Justin Peck in row 3. Reese Nowotarski and Corey Day in row 4. Corey Eliason and Anthony Macri will be the first 5 rows of this one. Grandview Speedway, we got them racked. We got them stacked in. We've got the grandstands packed. Let's go racing off at turn number 4. We are green. Into turn number 1, it's going to be Brent Marks with the first call. Down the back straightaway, Tyler Ross is in second. Tyler Courtney runs in third. Brad Sweet fourth. Rico Abreu in fifth. Leading lap 1 is Brent Marks, 1 down and 34 to go. Brad Sweet getting by 2 cars down the front straightaway. Brad Sweet got by Tyler Ross and Tyler Courtney. Brad Sweet quickly from 4th up into the 2nd spot, now trying to set his sights in on the number 19 car, Brent Marks. Tyler Courtney around the bottom, gets by Tyler Ross. He's now into the 3rd spot. Tyler Courtney up to 3rd. Ross moves back to the 4th spot, then it's Rico Abreu and Spencer Bayston. Cars all over the racetrack in turns 1 and 2, more like around the bottom side in turns 3 and 4. Track did have a little bit of prep right before the feature rolled off, so it's going to take a few moments, as Brent Marks mentioned to Tony Laporta before the feature began. It's going to take a couple laps for this thing to come back around. Brent Marks running the top of the racetrack. Brad Sweet keeping pace. Traffic already lies ahead for Brent Marks. He is on the same straightaway as a couple of the cars at the back of the field. One is off the pace, and it is Brenham Crouch, and he will draw the caution flag. Caution in turn number 1 for car number 1, Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch, who used his midweek money series provisional from Kubota High Limit Racing, draws the yellow. Brenham Crouch has made it back onto the racetrack. The lights go out. We're going green this time by. Back to green. Marks squirts away from Sweet on the restart. Sweet goes to the inside. Marks tries to float the middle. Tyler Courtney runs in 3rd. How about the race for 4th? Now Spencer Bayston nearly got by Rico Abreu. Abreu's into the 4th spot as they work into turns 3 and 4. 3 wide back there for 7th. Around the outside comes the 14 BC and Corey Day. Corey Day's up into the 6th spot now. Corey Day, daring move around the outside of 2 cars, went 3 wide and made the pass. Brent Marks leads lap number 7. 28 to go here at Grandview Speedway. Brad Sweet running in 2nd, his first time back to Grandview since 2009. Tyler Courtney running in 3rd. Rico Abreu 4th. Here comes Corey Day underneath of Spencer Bayston. Bayston saw the nose on that Driven to Save Lives. Number 14 cars, they rode through turns 3 and 4. Now Corey Day under fire. Justin Peck tries to take a peek to the inside right there, but cannot make the pass on him. Traffic once again lies ahead for your race leader. Car sideways in the center of the corner. That was the 13 of Justin Peck. He'll give up a spot to the 5R of Tyler Ross. Tyler Ross gets back around on the outside. Ross back to 7th. Keeping an eye as your race leader closes in on the back of the field. Brenham Crouch, Briggs Danner, and Jacob Allen all lie ahead for the top spot. Car goes right to the top of the racetrack where Brent Marks is running. There's cars all over the speedway. Marks has got to try and make some pretty quick decisions here. He tries to run the middle. Nearly got in the back of Brenham Crouch right there. That'll hold up the progress of your race leader. And Brad Sweet closes in within 5 car lengths into turn 3. Brad Sweet within 5 car lengths. They work off at turn number 4. 23 laps to go for Brent Marks. Now Marks has the eager open track on the outside of the speedway. Tries to go around the outside of Brenham Crouch. Not going to happen that time by through 1 and 2. Rico Abreu has the bottom of the side of the racetrack in 1 and 2 rolling. As I say that, Rico goes to the top. Tyler Courtney to the bottom. Racing for 3rd. Racing for the lead. 4 cars getting very close to the top spot. Brent Marks gets around the outside of Brenham Crouch and Briggs Danner. There are now 2 cars between your race leader and the 2nd place car of Brad Sweet. Sweet now makes his way around the outside of Crouch, has to make his way around the 39 of Briggs Danner as well. Brent Marks with still 20 laps to go this time by, as it looks like Spencer Bayston's got something going as well. Car number 5 closing in on Tyler Courtney. That's the race for 4th back into turn number 1. Right behind them is the number 14 of Corey Day. Brent Marks still cannot get by TJ Stutts or Lucas Wolfe. That is allowing Brad Sweet to close back in. Marks actually getting passed back by the 39 of Briggs Danner. Marks just got passed by a lap car right there. Briggs Danner has unlapped himself. Marks might need to keep that in the back of his mind. As I say that, Brad Sweet goes to the inside. Sweet saw what happened right there with the lap car trying to run the bottom. Here comes Rico. Abreu looking for second, turn number 2. Rico Abreu to the inside in turn number 2. And we got one into the infield. We're going to stay green. That was Corey Eliason. We're still under green flag conditions. Rico Abreu testing that bottom side the entire race, and it is working for him. Back to the inside in turns 1 and 2 for the number 24 car. Marks gets back around the outside of Danner. Does he drop to the inside? Indeed he does. Brent Marks to the bottom. Opens up the top for Brad Sweet. Sweet's got to run down the front straightaway. Brent Marks back to the outside as Lucas Wolfe runs the bottom in turn number 1. Marks has to go somewhere else. Here comes Rico. Rolled the middle. Real nice right there in turns 1 and 2. Rico Abreu trying to get by Briggs Danner. Brent Marks runs the bottom that time off at turn number 4. Putting that M&M painting and construction number 19 car all over the surface here at Grandview Speedway. Brad Sweet tries the bottom. It looked like it stuck pretty well right there off at turn number 2. Tyler Courtney runs in 4th. 5th right now is Spencer Bayston. Side by side for the lead down to turn 1. Brad Sweet look to the inside. Brent Marks got a little bit sweeney right there in turn number 1. Shut the door on Brad Sweet. Sweet nearly clocks the wall for turn number 2 as the car is off the pace on the back straightaway. It is Briggs Danner. We stay green. So Brent Marks saw the nose of Brad Sweet win the turn number 1 and blocked it a few laps to go. The top 4 are all on the same straightaway as we got 12 laps to go next time by. Brent Marks runs the bottom in 3 and 4. Brad Sweet going to stick it up to the high side. He's challenged low now by Rico Abreu. Abreu trying to take P2 into turn number 1. Rico Abreu, the Durst dice roll driver, up alongside of Brad Sweet down the back straightaway. Sweet not going to try and close the door. Works back to the outside. It looks like 2nd and 3rd, maybe closing in a little bit on your race leader. Brent Marks back to the inside in turn number 1. Sweet tries to rip the wall down the back straightaway. Sweet still maintaining the pace of car number 19 as they work back into turn 3. Marks missed the bottom. Marks missed the bottom. Here comes Brad Sweet around the outside, and he takes the lead. Brad Sweet takes the lead. A miscue from Brent Marks will cost him this one potentially. Back around the bottom. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Brad Sweet with the race lead. Marks, does he hit the bottom this time? Yes, he does. Side by side. Sweet is clear into turn number 1. Looks like the bottom might be better on this side of the racetrack. Top is better in 3 and 4. Brad Sweet back to the top in turns 3 and 4. They still have not got by the slower car of Lucas Wolfe. Brent Marks not done yet. Still right there on the left rear tire of Brad Sweet. Sweet gets a little bit tight on entry right there. Brent Marks back up alongside of him down the back straightaway. Brake rotor glowing bright orange on the number 49 car. Sweet hooks the cushion. Here comes Brent Marks down the front straightaway. Brent Marks back to the inside in turn number 1. Tyler Courtney is trying to close in. Maybe a 3-car battle for the lead by the end of this thing. Next time by 6 laps to go for Brad Sweet. Sweet looks to be struggling a little bit right now on the outside of the racetrack. Brent Marks back to the bottom in turn number 1. Brent Marks still trying to get by Brad Sweet, but Lucas Wolfe is in the way. What will Brent Marks do here? Marks may have to try and fire a slider in turn 1. Brad Sweet sideways, and Tyler Courtney's got 2nd off of turn number 4. Tyler Courtney now to 2nd. A major miscue right there from Brad Sweet. Nearly lost the handle on the Napa Auto Parts number 49 car. Brent Marks to the outside, makes a mistake. Here comes Tyler Courtney to the inside, and Sunshine takes the lead with 5 laps to go. 4 laps to go for Tyler Courtney as he makes a move around the inside. He was in the catbird seat. It pays off for him here tonight, potentially Grandview. 3 laps to go, and Brad Sweet right up against the concrete, trying to get something going around the outside. Tyler Courtney down the backstretch. Still needs to get by Lucas Wolfe. They have not been able to get by that slower car. 2 laps to go, and Marks is still right there. Brent Marks still right there, as is Rico Abreu. Marks loses a little bit of ground that time, mostly everybody migrating around the inside of the racetrack. Marks, why the hell not? Tries the outside of the racetrack in turn number 4. Might lose the 2nd spot to Rico Abreu. Abreu into turn number 1. Kahne fast. What is Sunshine doing? Goes to the outside of the racetrack on the last lap, and Brent Marks goes by. Brent Marks goes by. One last time into 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4. It'll be Brent Marks with the win. Wow! Brent Marks wins at Grandview Speedway. Tyler Courtney 2nd, Rico Abreu 3rd, Brad Sweet 4th, and Corey Day ends up in 5th. Your winner in car number 19, it is Brent Marks. Tyler Courtney finishes in second. Rico Abreu in third. Fourth to Brad Sweet, and fifth goes to Corey Day. Sixth to Parker Price Miller. Seventh to Tyler Ross. Eighth to Tanner Thorson. Ninth to Spencer Bayston, and 10th goes to Zeb Wise. Justin Peck, Anthony Macri, Danny Dietrich, James McFadden, and Cole Macedo, the top 15 in this one. Rounding out the field, Cap Henry, Kyle Reinhardt, Reese Nowotarski, Casey Kahne, Cy Lynch, Jacob Allen, Lucas Wolfe, TJ Stutts, Brent Crouch, Briggs Danner, and Corey Eliason. Kubota Highland Racing Victory Lane hat, the Hoosier Tire neckband. How about it for the second time this year? Brent Marks, your winner with Kubota High Limit Racing. He climbs off the back of that race car. His first ever win as well here at the Grandview Speedway. Gets a taste of that champagne. We'll send it downstairs to Tony Laporta.
Brent Marks, a 5-second plus margin of victory in the dash, but that was just a little bit of an appetizer. That was a wild 35-lap main event. $20,000 richer you are, but that race seemed pretty rewarding in itself. What was battling those guys like?
Man, that was hard, especially getting behind lap cars and not being able to get behind or by them, and getting stuck behind them. You just get so impatient, and been so close to winning here in the past and just never been able to get it done, and I really wanted to get it done tonight. And I guess I got a little too impatient down there in 3 and 4 and tried to go to the top to get out around a couple lappers and lost the lead. And I was like, damn it, not again. And just tried to run as hard as I could to stay on Courtney's bumper there. And he did the same thing I did down here in 1 and 2 and went high and just left the door open for me. So it was just just an amazing night. I usually don't say this, but about damn time that we win a race here. So it's just a long time coming, and it's just this one means a lot to me.
An additional $2,000 coming from Pioneer Pole Building, so $20,000 and some change. You're going to have a lot of extras getting added onto this one before it's said and done. Technical is a term that I think gets thrown around way too often in short dirt track racing, but tonight this track looked pretty technical. On the bottom in 3 and 4, on the top, there were plenty of places you could make a mistake. What did you have to do to recover from those mistakes?
Man, that's one thing that's hard about this racetrack is it changes so much throughout a race. And, they go out there and put water on it before. And so the track has a different dynamic at the, first handful of laps or more. And then it gets really slick and dirty. And then you're just kind of moving around searching for grip. And then sometimes like it gets rubber around the bottom a little bit like it did tonight. And so it just, 3 different type of racetracks throughout the whole race. And, to pick the right spot on the track here can be really hard sometimes. But, that's just... that's where having a good car comes into play. You can just kind of move around and you can have grip no matter where you go. And I felt like that's how we were today. So I just, I'm a little bummed I made that mistake. I didn't want to lose the lead there, but man, we got it back and won that race and turned out to be a hell of a finish there. So, first thing I need to do is thank my guys. They were at the shop till about 1 o'clock in the morning last night, putting together a new car for me. We just weren't feeling comfortable with our other piece and was just, fighting all night long. And they busted their butts yesterday and, like they do every day, but especially yesterday. And so I can't thank them enough for their hard work. And that paid off tonight. So we had speed all night long. Car, felt like it should and, had what I needed in it to get me around this track as fast as possible. And this is just awesome. It's just this one means a lot to win this race.
You may be a driver that calls the Keystone State home, but I think you and a lot of others would agree that because sprint cars, winged 410 specifically, get ran here at Grandview so rarely, this place is not exactly a lock for any driver from Pennsylvania, although tonight you made it look like it was. As a Kubota high limit, high roller in 2024, when you win and you stand in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane, you get to send an Angel Donors $1,000 to a charity of your choice. Who are you choosing to support tonight?
Well, since we're in Pennsylvania, I'm going to go with my buddy Christian again. Donated to him and his group, Tri-City. So that'll be Central PA Down Syndrome Awareness Group. And, I want to do that again for him and everybody that's in that group there. So he's a really cool kid. And, I don't think he's here tonight, but it would have been cool to see him here in Victory Lane with us. But, man, just like I said, an awesome night. Really proud of this Murray Marks Motorsports team. Can't thank everybody enough. Alan Murray and his family, McGrewBid.com, M&M Painting Construction, Baps Paints, Livewire Customs, Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel, just everybody that's part of this race team. I'm just very thankful for them and, supporting this team and getting me from track to track and giving me opportunities to win races like this. So it's just really special. And, miss my wife, Bailey. She's at home tonight and wasn't able to come, and wish she was here to celebrate with us. But one good thing is that we're only an hour away, so we get to celebrate when we go home.
For the second time in 2024, Brent Marks is a winner with Kubota High Limit Racing. Our second and third place finishers parked over here to the side. Tyler Courtney and Rico Abreu, just an incredible battle. Brad Sweet in the middle of that as well. Tyler, we talked earlier today, and you said you feel like you tell me the same thing all the time, and tonight I feel like it's going to be a little bit more from the heart. Second place is never what you want. That was an incredible battle out there tonight with all three of the drivers on the podium. What was it like from your seat?
Yeah, it's probably the biggest mistake I've ever made inside the cockpit, coming for a win like that. It's just frustrating. I let hearing something get to me a little bit, and I knew I needed to go. But yeah, I should have just parked on the bottom and made them try and drive around me. So I hate it for my guys. Yeah, a heartbreaker on Sunday, and then for me to throw this one away too sucks. And hats off to Brent. Congrats to them. And yeah, our opportunity to drink Ellie's Cup Trailer Spire Motorsports car is really good right now. And yeah, I just needed to capitalize there, and just I feel like I ran about 34 really good laps and one really bad one.
Well, the top of both ends of this racetrack are incredibly treacherous. I believe it's his 8th second-place finish of 2024. He came in as the championship point leader. He will leave as the championship point leader. Rico Abreu, man, people are going to be talking about that battle for a long time. Same thing as I asked Tyler Courtney, what was that race like from the seat of your number 24?
Just had to understand how the track was developing. First off, just want to thank you fans for coming out tonight. It was so healthy to see a lot of people in the stands tonight. I know, Rich Mars, their family was here. Roto-Rooter, they're here, investing in High Limit. And I think that's really important for everybody to notice, that these outside sources are coming in and they're excited about our racing. And it doesn't get any better than that right there. We're in the catbird seat again. Just kind of pacing with everybody else. I got behind Brad, and I followed him, and I went up to the top a few laps, and my car just didn't like it up there, and I just understood that I needed to stay down as the track got cleaner and cleaner, and, just very thankful to be racing with people that are so competitive in my organization at Rico Abreu Racing. Ricky Warner, Brady, Zach, they just work extremely hard to get our car better and better, and, we've had a lot of inconsistent runs, but we're turned it into, I think, 3 podiums in a row here. So that's pretty awesome for my team.
Fresh off a win back at Utica Rome, a strong result at Port Royal Speedway at the Bob Weichert Memorial. Rico Abreu stands on the podium here tonight in third place. And Chase, we're going to be talking about it for a very long time. This track in Becthelsville, Pennsylvania, Grandview Speedway lived up to the name, the Thrill on the Hill, because that was easily one of the top races of 2024 here with High Limit Racing. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. Brent Marks puts on a clinic, but in all reality, each one of these 3 drivers would probably tell you that they would like a lap or at least a corner back after a mistake they probably think they made somewhere throughout the course of this race, but they were all able to rebound and do what professional sprint car drivers do, which is fight and battle and find their way onto the front straightaway here tonight. But Grandview Speedway, phenomenal night of racing. I think we're going to be looking forward to coming back here very, very soon.
You said it there, Tony. I mean, there's going to be at least Tyler Courtney, Brent Marks, and Brad Sweet probably all thinking, man, if I could have had that one corner back, I would maybe, well, at least Brent Marks did win, but maybe Tyler Courtney or Brad Sweet could have thought that they could have been in victory lane with just one different corner throughout that race. We got a quick recap for you here. It was an early race lead for Brent Marks, and we thought that he was maybe going to drive away into the sunset with 20K. He did later on, but it did not come easy. That move right there from Brad Sweet put him into perfect position to track down the driver to Myerstown, PA. Had an early caution for the number 1 car of Brenham Crouch. He went to the work area, was able to make repairs and get back onto the speedway. On the ensuing restart, Tyler Courtney and Rico Abreu got going pretty good. Look at this move right here from Corey Day, getting by 2 cars around the outside, 3 wide to move up into the top 5. Abreu was pretty much married to the inside of the speedway for a majority of that race. He was the first guy that I noticed that started running down there and making it work. And then Brad Sweet got going around the outside when Brent Marks missed the bottom one time and took the race lead away. But it would not last as Abreu, Courtney, and Marks were all breathing down his neck. Nice side-by-side battle here. I feel like in today's racing, you see a lot of sliders for the lead, but you don't see a whole lot of side-by-side, lap after lap after lap. And then Brad Sweet right there. That is a rare mistake from the 5-time World of Outlaws champion. Nearly lost the handle on the car, nearly crashed the thing, and he ended up rebounding to get back into third, but ultimately come home in the 4th spot as Tyler Courtney would take the lead right there when Brent Marks tried to run the middle, but it wouldn't last once again. There was like 4 different lead changes, 3 different drivers led a lap, and then right here, Tyler Courtney tries to run the top. Brent Marks goes by on the final lap, and I would have to think right there that Tyler Courtney's probably pounding the steering wheel going down the back straightaway, knowing what just happened, and Marks would score the win. And it was a drag race to line very close for second. Tyler Courtney over Rico Abreu.